Good evening, my dear friends, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the clinical effect of thyroid hormonal deficiency, especially in children. As you know, it's a clinical truism that the thyroidal deficiency may diagnose from first itself or it may not be at all. That means the symptoms of thyroidal deficiency or thyroidal excess may be present with very mild symptoms or trivial symptoms or subclinical presentations, and in a very few cases we may get the typical symptom of thyroidal deficiencies. And all of the presenting complaint of our patient, if it is particularly in a child, the signs and symptoms depends on the degree of deficiency or the excess of hormones and the duration of that particular deficiency or the excess that is present in our patient. And most of the cases may be misdiagnosed or undiagnosed, and the society or by the doctor himself may fail to diagnose the status. And at the same time, it is very important that the thyroid hormones are very essential hormone for the development of brain and regulation of metabolism and growth of the child. Moreover, the thyroid hormones are having a crucial role, especially during the first 5 years or say first 3 years, 3-year life of a child, because during that period the brain development or bone development or other vessel developments are completed. So let us see what about the PC of a patient with a thyroidal deficiency. In mild cases, our child may be asymptomatic, or on inquiry the parents may say that no problem sir, it's a very good baby. Why? The thyroid baby is considered as a good baby because as we think it will not cry or it may not create any problem to parents, or the child always wants to sleep. You can see in some of our medicines, especially with cipripedium or senna or jalapa or anti-crude or Sina, all of this medicine may having some irritable child. But here the child is very calm, very soft, very sleepy, and it will not create any problem. That is why the child is termed as good baby. Here the basic cause is due to the low cerebration. That is, the cerebral activity of the child is in a mild level. That is why the child always wants to sleep. And next, about the clinical presentation of our child may be a case of constipation. In calcarea carb or alumina or silicea, in such medicines you can see there is severe constipation. That means the stool has to be removed mechanically, or the child has to strain or tight, very straining is there, or the child has to stand up to pass stool. Something like that symptoms can be met with our calcarea carb or silicea or alumina or S+, something like that medicines. It is only because of defect in the neuromuscular coordination. That means due to the deficiency of thyroidal hormone, it causes neuromuscular incoordination and it leads to constipation. So the child may be a good baby, and second most common PC of a hypothyroid child may have some constipation, or the child may pass stool only once or twice in a week, and it is mainly because of the failure of the CNS to coordinate the neuromuscular activity or the sphincter activity of the rectal or the anal muscles, and that's why the child needs to strain more and more. And next complaint is regarding with the child may presenting with some feeding problems. Number 3, here also you can see there is vomiting, or the child may not be able to digest the milk properly, and we may diagnose it as lactose intolerance. Here also the digestive process is not in a proper way. That is why the child is having the symptoms like that of our Ethusa or Chamomilla like that medicines, that is vomiting of curdled milk. And it's also because of the deficient GIT functionings, and all of the GIT functions are mainly coordinated by our thyroid hormonal activity. And next PC of our patient may be even after with the normal aging, the opening of the frontanels are there. That it indicates the defective bony growth. As you know, the calcium and phosphorus metabolisms. The calcium and phosphorus metabolism is very essential for the normal growth of the bony tissue or the osteoblastic activities. And all the osteoblastic activities are mainly regulated by the thyroid hormones or with the help of parathyroid hormones. And the defect of the thyroid hormones that causes defective growth of the bony tissue, and thereby fourth PC of our patient may be large open frontanel. At the same time, on examination of our patient, the child may having a broad hands with short fingers. That means the upper extremities of our patient may be a very broad or a fatty, like that of our Calcarea carp. Calcarea carp child is fatty, flabby, and very sweaty, very brittle hairs with sour smelling. And here, like that of a Amul baby. Here, on examination of the hands are very broad, but short fingers, and there may not be proper growth of the nails. The appearance of the child is like that of a plum, that means very fatty, as in case of Calcarea carp. And next complaint of our case may be, or another case, the case may be a umbilical hernia. Here the child may having only one complaint, that is umbilical hernia. That means, or it is due to after the birth, the umbilical orifice may getting fused automatically, and even after the normal period of fusion of the abdominal muscles, especially the rectus abdominis, may not get fused properly, and the fusion or the healing of The rectus abdominis muscles takes place due to the help of or the activity of the thyroid hormones. And here also the defect in the thyroidal activity, it causes delay in fusion and thereby expulsion of the abdominal content into outer side. That is why the child may having umbilical hernia. And next PC may be the child is very sleepy. That is already we discussed about the increased sleepiness of the child. That is only due to the decreased cerebral activity or the low cerebrations. And on examination of the skin, let us see about the skin symptoms. As you know, the skin symptom of a hypothyroid child that is, skin is very dry, hard or rough or cracked skin. The dryness or the scaling of the skin, especially on the extremities or over the abdomen or over the back, or generalized the dryness may be seen, or there may be very thickened skin can be seen. And it is due to why the skin of the thyroid patient having the very dry or hard or thick skin. Let us see. It is because of the deposition of mucopolysaccharides. Along with hyaluronic acid, which binds water. So the basic mechanism or the basic defect of hypothyroid status may leads to defective metabolic cleavage or a defect in the metabolism of the carbohydrate, protein and fat, and thereby as a metabolic waste, all these mucopolysaccharides and hyaluronic acid along with water molecules, it gives or it may blocks the subcutaneous area, and thereby the skin lost its normal texture, and thereby the skin of a hypothyroid case may be very hard or dry like that of our petroleum. And next symptom of our child may be the child is having a typical sound. That is, the sound is very irritable sound. That is a horses like cry of sound. That means it is very unbearable even to parents or by people, because the sound seems to be a very hard or a very horses like very barking sound like that of our rumex or spongia like cough. That means a very hard sound is there. Let us see what is the basic mechanism behind the horses like sound or barking sound or very hard, dry, rough sound. Very horses like cry or sound. As you know, the defective thyroid hormonal activity, it causes deposition of these mucopolysaccharides and hyaluronic acid, and in this particular case the same metabolic waste products getting deposited in the vocal cords. The contraction and relaxation of the vocal cords, or the impulse of the contraction and relaxation of the vocal cords that produce sound. Here, due to the deposit of the mucopolysaccharides or hyaluronic acids, which causes defect in the contraction or the relaxation of the vocal cord, and thereby the child is having some sound or irritable sound like that of a horse's sound. And next about the other symptoms in relation with hypothyroid. So In this case, there are first degree signs are there, that is the child is a very good baby, it will not create any problem, then constipation, then umbilical hernia, then dry skin, then hoarse barking sound. These are the common PC of a patient with hypothyroid, and more than that, there are some other symptoms also in relation with the clinical effect of hypothyroid in a patient, and that can be studied in next class. Thank you.